Okay, anyways, yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Rob Skate, TTV, and unfortunately, it's a little noisy until I get to my court. As you can see, I'm from Colorado, top 100 on the grind, and I thought to myself, what better way to show people how to play defense than do that on 2K26? Because it seems like everybody's struggling to play defense. So let's get around this noise real quick with everybody trying to get their miles in the city by doing circles. I believe that's what they're trying to do because I know I did that for a little bit too to get that mileage up for the little completion of the lifetime challenges and what have you. So I literally wasn't even gonna make a video about this. Truth be told, um, it was it was I was going through my phone and somebody had wrote a comment that how one of my videos had even helped them with rhythm shooting on 2K26, even though it was about 2K25. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and drop a quick video real quick on how to play defense because a lot of people are just struggling to play defense this year. So as you can see, let me get to my stats to make sure ain't nobody like saying that Rob is not that good or I'm selling. You see top 100 in my city. I was on my 2K stats. Sorry, let me go to my 2K card. I'll show you my build. So this is my city. I don't play too much city. 63% win percentage, even with all the switch. I just play a little bit of city. I play nothing but random rec. This is what I do, is just nothing but random rec. So I'm shooting 73% from three, almost 500 games played, 75% overall with a 66 win percentage. I feel pretty good about that with a two-way player that just takes smart shots. So that's how I played the game. Nothing crazy. If you want to steal this build, let me go back. This is my 610 power forward build with the cap breakers on there. If you want to look at that, you could build it. I use it to play the 4-5 very well. He can shoot lights out, play great defense, has no steal. I don't use interceptor, steal, none of that. You can put it at 60 if you want to have interceptor, or if you do want to have glove on bronze. I'm gonna go over a quick tutorial on how you actually use glove, because not a lot of people know how to use glove. So let's go ahead and just go over that real quick. I'm just going to invite an AI over here to my court, and we can go and get it. Let me invite a decent AI. Let's just go over. I'm gonna try to guard. Wait, no, not Philly. Let's go. Let's just try to guard Steph. So Steph is one of like the best shooters to ever done it. So let's just go invite Steph to the court as an AI. So real quick, as we get on the court, a lot of people, when they're playing defense on people, they usually play defense with their hands up, okay? A lot of people have their hands up like this while they're playing defense. You get terrible lateral quickness, meaning your left-right lateral quickness is terrible. So when you have your hand up, you move a lot slower than you would if you had your hands down. So in order to explain that, I'll do a 1v1 game, and I'm going to just try to play defense the whole time versus me trying to play offense, so I can kind of explain a little bit better, because obviously, Steph is not going to do what he needs to do. So I'm going to make Steph take out the ball first, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you're on Xbox LT, if you're on PlayStation L2, and I'm going to just go in between. All right, he's just going to pull up in my face like that. That's cool. And I'm going to just go in between turbo without having my hands up. I'm going to be right on him. And I'm going to jump at it. He's going to get it because he's Steph. Let me see if I can actually try to lock this man up a little bit here. So right there on top of him. Now he's got to switch it up. No hands up. Right there. And then I'm going to jump. And then he's going to lose the ball. And that's it. So me staying with it. And it's even harder with an AI because they're expecting to do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? Let me just jab, step, cheese. Pull up. Miss. And get the ball. And we're going to take it back out again. And we're going to rinse and repeat. No hands up basketball, just straight up in his face. God damn, bro, the AI. We get to touch the ball. I'd be doing the same thing to the AI too, which is crazy. Let me go and pull up. Yep, there we go. Now you gotta hold it. Yep. Jason. And he missed. So he had nothing to do there. He just ran forward and then I jumped. Also too, when well, never mind. I can't even explain because they ain't gonna give me a shot here. Man, y'all, I shouldn't have even made it, bro. Because I want him to get the ball back. Let me just pull up. It's green. Okay, I'm not. Let me actually miss here. All right. Okay. Oh, let me shoot with the button. Let me shoot with the button. There we go. Okay, let me just get the ball. I'm out here scoring when I'm not supposed to be scoring. Let's pick it up again. Steph's gonna get it. Hopefully I can get in front of him before he tries to shoot it, and I'll do LTRT again. There we go. So LTRT. He gets ahead of me. Chase that down, and then that's a block right there too. So what it is for me, and obviously he's not gonna do fades, which is the bad part. Let me just go ahead and quit this game real quick. He's not gonna do fades. But the same principle applies. If I'm trying to guard Steph or any other guard, and this goes for guards and forwards alike, if I have my hand up like this, I can't move left and right that fast. If I have my hands down, now I'm right there. Every time he's trying to score, I'm right there every single time. Because you can shimmy left and right so much faster while playing defense. Put your hands down. On top of that, this year, hands up defense does absolutely nothing. Like 2K Labs and 2K2 had proven that maybe you get a 20 to 40% contest ratio with your hands up if you're right on them. And that's including no badges. So if they have Hall of Fame Deadeye, Legendary Deadeye, which most guards have with the 99 3 ball, that hands up with that Silver Challenger, even with 92 on Gold, even if you plus it to Legend, it's not going to do anything because you have your hands up. And they have so many cheeses to where offense is so much more lucrative than defense. So how do you keep up when you have way better lateral quickness, in my opinion, with agility with some of these guards? I get out of some of my games where they get 20, 30 dropped on their head. I go look at the guard. He got more agility than me. So how are you not keeping up with somebody that's doing left or right cheese? It's because they have their hands up while they're LTing. If you have your hands down and you wait until they're sizing up, you're right on top of them at all times. They ain't going nowhere. You right on top of them. Then you wait till they're about to pull up, jump. If they ain't doing it, you still on top of them. He just gonna be doing nothing. He's just struggling. He can't go nowhere because you're right on top of him. When you have your hands up, they could just go wherever because you're too slow. You cannot keep up with somebody with your hands up like this. You cannot keep up with somebody like that. They're just gonna score. I mean, right there, he just shot it with the hands up like in his face. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, you cannot play defense the equivalent that you need to when you're running around holding left, right with the right analog stick up. And on top of that, if you're holding the right analog stick up, how are you going to jump when you're trying to contest somebody's fade? Your right hand is already occupied by the right stick. You can maybe slide it up real quick to try to get it with the jump, but you're not going to be able to guard that fade. So what you want to do, always L2 or LT, and then go in between R2 or RT with your turbo. That way you can shimmy faster. And then on top of that, when they're about to fade, even if you're a little behind on the fade, you can still jump and you can still get it if they actually try to fade. And I do that all day with my Gold Challenger. I got people that got Hall of Fame Challenger talking about how come I'm not getting contests, all this and that. Hands up contests don't work, so why are you holding down LT or L2 with your hands up when it doesn't even have a contest? It's crazy to me. And they'll go through the whole game having somebody drop 30 shots on their head with their hands up, getting no contest. Repeating the same thing and having the same results is insanity. Do something different. And that goes for, obviously, you know, most of the time it's not even your fault, guards. I'm not even mad at most guards because sometimes it goes on the screen. So for me, that's why it's such a good build to not have a 7-foot big. And that's something that I can touch on real quick too, about why pick and rolls with a 7-foot center is trash no matter how you put it, and on also how to guard 7-4s. So let's go ahead and stop off the court. Hopefully that LT actually help you guys here real quick. Let me go ahead and do one-on-one. Also, there's another move. I don't think Steph is going to give me the light of day to even show this. While you're holding LT, you can go ahead and actually, let me just shoot this real quick and miss it. While you're holding LT, you can flick the right analog stick to the left and right to get a quick shimmy while you're not holding turbo as well. And that will help you be able to, he's just going to shoot it, bro. Exactly. My man's got like the best shooting in the game. As soon as look how far I'm throwing the ball in, bro. Like, you're not even giving me a chance. And he missed because I'm right on top of him even with my hands down. So it's not even going to show what I'm trying to do, bro, because this kind of sucks with the AI. I'd have to like invite a homie to like give the demonstration of what I'm talking about. Because while you're holding down LT, you can go ahead and you can hold it down and you can, well, I don't use it that much either. It's actually reaching. It's not supposed to reach. It's supposed to give you like a quick sidestep. if you hold it down, and it's not doing it. So I guess we're gonna have to just scratch that from the book. So, but in theory, you're supposed to be able to do a side step quicker while you're flicking the right analog stick. It's supposed to give you like a side shimmy on your lateral quickness, but I don't use it that much. You're supposed to be able to do it, and it's not working out. So we can go ahead and just let that go. As far as that tutorial goes, because I don't even know how to do it myself, but just holding down LT, RT, and going in between, it gives you a lot better of a shimmy. Also, when you're guarding somebody, by holding LT and RT at the same time, you get a faster left-right lateral. So, like, let's say if you're a center or a big and you're guarding somebody out here, if you go in between LT, RT while you're holding it down, you get a bigger shimmy left and right for a closeout. So let's say a guard's at the top and you trying to get there before they're about to dunk the ball. If you hold LT and RT, it gives you a bigger shuffle. If you keep going back and forth, you can actually get there quicker for the chase down. It works out a lot better that way. If you're a big man, even if you're doing that with the LT, RT, if you're not actually asleep. So jumping at the ball, biggest thing for contest, no hands up, just jumping at the ball. LT hands up is trash. Always going between LT, RT. What other things besides rhythm shooting everybody already has? Everybody by now should know how to rhythm shoot, rhythm fade. There's nothing I can really give advice about that. Steals. Oh, steals. My bad. Steals, even though I don't do any stealing, when somebody is actually doing dribble moves, like they're comboing like this, as soon as they flick the stick, when they flick the stick and you reach in between that flick of a combo, that's how glove works. When somebody's trying to combo a left, right, or up, down, or anything else like that, before they chain their next combo, if you push X or you reach to disrupt that chain, that's how glove works for a steal. Glove does not work in an action of bump steals where the ball is right in front of you and you can take it. That got removed because that was a form of a bump steal. So that didn't matter if you had 99-3 or if you had 99 steal or 25 steal. It was a physical bump animation of the game. I reached for the ball. I missed it, but because my hand physically was where the ball was at, it would be a bump steal. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but that's not how 2K intended for glove to work. And then the bump steals just got out of control in 2K25. So if they bring it up in 2K26 on the patch for Season 2, that's going to bring a lot of people back. But I wanted to explain how glove works because a lot of people have high steal and they don't even know how to reach. It's when somebody's spamming their combos, reach in between that next combo chain. When they're about to do it, you reach. Left, right, wait till they're about to combo to the next hand and reach in between that. You'll get less reach calls, and by the mercy of God, you can get a glove steal. If you just stand there and wait for you to get a bump steal, it's not going to happen because they removed bump steals because it was a cheesy way to get steals. Obviously, interceptor is still good as long as you time your lanes. I personally don't do it at all because even if you time your lane perfectly and you miss it, more often than not, you're giving up either an open three or you're giving up a fast break. If you didn't reach for it and you actually got in front of your defender, guess what? They're not going to be able to score because you're playing actual defense versus reaching for lanes, missing the steal, and then being like, dang, I should have got that steal. The next thing that happens is you hear a green animation because you missed the steal. How about this? Don't go for a steal and play on-ball defense, causing the offense to switch it up because you're actually playing defense. That's my personal opinion. Use interceptor wisely instead of reaching 5 times the possession hoping for a steal. That's a terrible way to get it because you're not actually playing defense, nor are you doing good with steals. But that's my opinion on it. So that's how glove works, just to drop a quick tutorial on that. Next, I'll drop a little tutorial on my 611. I'm just trying to drop everything about this game because I don't want to keep making multiple videos because I'm just grinding and having fun. I'm not really making like too many videos this year about a lot of things. So this is my 7-4 killer, a fun build on 2K. So this is my shot erasing 3-level creator at center. This is what I got. and I'm gonna talk about it. So this is my build. If you want to steal it, alter it the way that you want. My only alteration that I would do with this build, trading the weight a little more for rebound. I don't know how much weight you would have to put on to get to 92 rebound, but I will say this. When it comes to the +1 badges, okay? We look at my badge glossary here. We go to my badges. I got my rebound chaser on Hall of Fame because I got that max +2. I got my box out beast max +1. Now I'm right where I need to be as far as rebounding goes because of the max +1s and my paint patroller too. So my defense is solid. Look at my rebounding is all the way maxed out and my interior defense is there. They're like, you know, Rob, why would you do it that way instead of doing more weight? Because in this 2K, speed is king. Speed is king, bro. Look at, I'm going to go down to the one that I use. I use Powerhouse. This is my go-to for my takeover. With my speed on takeover, I get 84 speed. With my agility, I get 77 agility, and I get 88 strength. That gives me more than enough speed and agility to be able to keep up with some of these guards, because if you also didn't notice, my Challenger has been boosted to gold. Why is Challenger so important for a center? I'm going to break that down for multiple reasons. One, a lot of people think that while you're guarding a 7'4", you need to be taller to get a shot contest. That's actually incorrect. The taller that you go, the less perimeter defense you get. So when you make a 7-foot center, you don't get Challenger at all. You don't get Challenger at all. So the one badge that you get for jump shot contests, it's Challenger. By making yourself 7 foot tall, you lose Challenger. When you guard a 7'4" big, 7 foot, 7'1", 7'2", and they can get an 89 3 ball, and then they can +2 their Deadeye to Legend. What is a 60 perimeter defense with no Challenger gonna do to Legend Deadeye? I'ma tell you, you gonna get people shooting in your face, green and stuff all the time because you don't have Challenger. It's not the height, it's the badge. Okay, so that's why I made a 6'11" big with max prim and a +2 on my Challenger, because when I got gold Challenger, no 7'4" are shooting in my face consistently because that badge pops up. So when they catch the ball and they just gonna shoot it, what happens? They get a contest and then they start freaking out. Oh, what the? I thought this was about to be green. So they start doing weird stuff. And now guess what? I got 71 agility and it goes up to 77 agility. When they start doing them cheesy behind the backs, I'm right there with you. You shoot it, I jump, I get gold Challenger. Now you looking like a fool. Now when I get the ball and I got 75 ball handle and I got a 93 prim, them boys that got that 50 agility at 7'4", they can't keep up with me. I'm fading like crazy. I'm going left, right, snatch back, doing all types of stuff like that, dunking the ball with a meter, and you can't do nothing at 7'4" because you have no prim D and no agility. Now the tables have turned. Now the team's mad at you. You looking like a bum. Now you got to go do some other stuff you wasn't prepared for. Now you got to go in the post. You feel me? And now you got to start trying to do post stuff. Little do you know, I got a 90 block and I got a paper patroller on gold. So now you got another thing to worry about. And now going into my last point, they run the pick and roll. If they run the pick and roll and you have a selfish guard that notices that I picked it up and he's going to fade on 3, if he fades on a 7-foot center with no Challenger, he's going to green it and he's going to know that he's got it like that. So he's not even going to look at the center. He's just going to pull it. Now, if that gold Challenger pops up on that PNR and I pick up the guard because my guard got a screen of doom and he's just on the ground and he's just hugging the center, at least I can challenge the shot. We might not get the rebound. We might not get the bucket because he might pass it to the 7'4" anyways and he might shoot it, but it gets the guard thinking of something else besides he's got it like that. That's why having a 6'11" that can help with guards off screens, that can pick up jump shots, that can get rebounds and score is the most efficient way to play 2K26 because defense is so broken. And that's how I'm going to give my opinion on it, and I'm going to stand on that until they change defense to where it matters. So a quick recap about what I've been talking about yapping for those that have been here to listen to this, top 100 Colorado rep grinder, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can hit legend this year on the grind. That's my blessing. And then there ain't gonna be no more 2K. I'm gonna just be chilling, living life. I just want to hit it one time for the one time. Defense, hands up, don't do that, trash. Jump at every contest, even if it's late. If somebody fades and I'm late and I jump, maybe I can get blessed with challenger. That's happened to me many times where I've been behind the defender, I've jumped, and it's given me challenger off a ghost contest. I've never got that with my hands up behind them. Never. It's always been green. Anytime I jump, I get lucky. Jump at everything, and then once you jump, and then you notice that they're going to start pump faking now, and not pump faking, more like step back cancels. Now you're in their head now. You finally got them right where you want them. You got them to where they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. And when they do them step back cancels too much, their other teammates and rec randoms are going to start getting mad. Hey, yo, pass the ball. You're getting clamped up. That's when the arguments start to happen. Now your offense starts to open up because they're arguing on your defense. Okay? So, LT, RT, left, right, no hands up, jump at everything, be smart, lower your steals to at least bronze interceptor or bronze glove because steals are so expensive. Put a little bit more investment in interior defense and blocking because everybody knows how to dunk, everybody knows how to shoot. If you can guard your person in the paint and you can help out your bigs, you can give up less threes if you can actually guard the dunk or you can guard the layup. Having that 90 steal for an interceptor that may or may not work in the game that we're playing might be cool, but you getting dunked on the whole entire game or somebody shooting in your face the whole game is not really acceptable. I'd rather you play decent defense than get the 1 or 2 steals that you get a game off terrible reach animations for an interceptor and 0 glove. That's my opinion, but if you want to keep wasting money on steal when I need that interior and that block to come up, that's foolish. Oh, another big thing too, my bad. I almost forgot about this too. This is huge. This is my last big thing. I'm sorry if you guys actually the people that made it to this point, this is going to help your defense a lot. Look at this. Okay. Let me switch over to this build. This is about to be my lock build so I can show you what I'm talking about. No, actually this actually does work. Okay. Look at this here. So if we look at my badges real quick, my defensive badges, if you notice here, I get, where is it? I get a movable enforcer, right? A movable enforcer, and I get challenger. I don't get defensive menace. Is that, Rob, why is that even important? Let me show you why. Let me break it down. Let me switch builds. This is a big one for them people that didn't leave. I almost forgot to touch points on this. Let me go to, where is he? He's in a work in progress. I'm doing a no VC spent on this one. I'm not trying to spend any more VC. All right, now check this out. We go to these badges here, right? Now, we have, was it tier 2 badge for, where is it? On-ball menace. There it is. Okay, on-ball menace. That's a tier 1 badge. You can only get on-ball menace under 6'10". Why is that important? Now, it says hounds and bodies up while defending on the perimeter, but they don't explain what that means. What that means is, let me go on the court, when you have on-ball menace, and that is Prim D only. That means when I am playing defense, right? That means when somebody is dribbling and I'm playing defense, on-ball menace covers the left to right. That's a left to right bump on-ball menace. Left to right, okay? Some people are like, bro, I didn't even get a bump. How did he just run past me? Okay, a movable enforcer handles your straight through bumps, your bumps. When you're playing defense, if somebody's trying to run through you and it's slightly straight, that's a movable enforcer. That is a straight ball handler trying to go through you straight. On-ball menace handles the left to right bumps. So that means what? What does that mean, Rob? That means this. If we go back to your build, and these are the people that got 92 prim, 99 prim, that's what I'm talking about. You're not a true lock. Why? Because you have 92 prim and you have no strength. With no strength, you have on-ball menace, but we go back to your tier 2, you don't have a movable enforcer. So that means you can't get the bumps that you want because you don't have a movable enforcer. I get more bumps off a movable enforcer and more bump steals than I ever did with on-ball menace because a movable enforcer pops up more, triggers more. On-ball menace is good. It hits, but it does not hit like a movable enforcer. So for my real lockdowns, you trade that high steal, and now I got interior defense. I got perimeter defense. I got glove, and I got interceptor on bronze, and I got chase down, and I got lockdown. They ain't going nowhere. I got defense off the yang, bro. I don't even need a steal. So that means if I'm being guarded by the center, The guard, anybody else, I'm locking everybody up. This one's kind of bad for the finishing. I traded that because I needed all my shooting and a little bit of passing. Not that this is like a catch and shoot artist. He ain't doing too much here. This is supposed to be my lock right here. So you can copy this too if you want to copy it. He's a 6'8" lock. He's gonna be able to move great, and best believe I'm using that Gatorade to make his speed even more just annoying. You feel me? Because my build specialization, all defense. Look at this. I'm not doing my player. I'm not doing Street Kings. I'm playing Rec Random. And if you look over here, this is crazy. Win 100 games with at least 3 blocks and 3 steals. I got 42 wins with more than 3 blocks and 3 steals, and I barely even started doing it. I'm telling you, if you want to get more blocks and more steals, broaden your horizon on defense. Don't have tunnel vision on lane steals. Broaden your horizon on defense. Play better defense and realize that steals are not king. You being there on your defender will always be king. If somebody fades and you're not even in the area code, that's bad defense. And that's because your hands is up. If you at least there every time, you're going to lock him up. He ain't got no pass accuracy because he's just fading. So now he got a pass. It's not in his wheel. He going to get a turnover because he got that default pass style. He going to throw it overhead, and you just going to play better defense. So let's get out there before season 2 and play some better defense. Hopefully this tutorial with me yapping for like 30 minutes helped you guys out so you can make a little bit better builds and save a little bit of money on VC. I don't know if I'll ever go live on Twitch anytime soon, but if my little yapping tutorial makes 1 or 2 people better at 2K26, hey, bless. And shout out to the people that did the comments on the last video with me yapping, because this video wouldn't even happen without y'all tuning in for how to play better defense. So, yo, top 100 for Colorado. This is Rob Skate TV, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.